Hi, Misha here. And we've got something that little unusual for our channel, and it's a shame we really can't get out to the long distance rifle range with this today, but it's just not possible. And this isn't really a rifle worth shooting in our short testing range because it's a bolt gun. It will shoot. It's all about how accurate it is, and I'm afraid 50, 100 feet is just not enough to cut it. But we can still talk about it, right? Because we like talking. This is the Remington US Model 700. This is the M40 USMC, US Marine Corps SSA, Scout Sniper Association Edition. Back around 2006, Remington made a very limited run of these. I think the total number was under 150. I think the main production was just over 100, and then there were a few leftovers and kind of put togethers from existing parts. But it's a very small number. And this is similar to something we did years ago. We did have a video or two on Remington's M24 rebuild, or M24R, which was another 700 based rifle. But the M24 is a little bit later than the Model 40. And this is of interest to me for the history, and to Jay for, well, the fact that it's a damn accurate gun. This was the first kind of purpose-built general issue sniper rifle for the Marine Corps, adopted in 1966 and used quite extensively in Vietnam. As you see, it has a wood stock. It's a right hand only with a Monte Carlo type grip and cheek piece. It has this ultra comfortable checkered metal butt plate. Typical mil-spec type sling swivels. Comes with a standard just GI sling. We have a heavy, although not extra heavy, 24-inch barrel. No provisions for iron sights, and it's not threaded. So later versions of the M40 would be threaded, like the A3, or is it the A5? But the original M40 would not be. Twist rate is 1 in 12, so a little bit slower than some newer guns. It has typical 700 short throw bolt, so this isn't the long like the M24. This is just for 7.62 NATO 308. Safety in the usual place. It's a Mauser style system with an oversized bolt handle and of course a target grade 40X type trigger. It also has a hinged floor plate. This one might be a little stuck. Let's see here. Or an Henri hinged. Oh, there we go. Sorry guys, I was hitting the takedown button. Long day. Yeah, typical, hinge down floor plate you're used to. Actually, it reminds me very much of an Arasaka floor plate. Very much. The takedown button, when I was accidentally hitting here, is here to take your bolt out. Yeah, Remington built these to original specifications for the SSA back in 2006. They shipped in this here box. Of course, this is the outer sleeve. There's an inner box as well, but it's a little more plain Jane, and it just has the manual and such in here. Also, it came with this, a challenge coin. It's a very heavy one too. This one has not been engraved, which is good. And when these were new from the factory, they did not come with a scope. Originally, in Vietnam, these would be used with a Redfield scope, a 3x by 9x. And honestly, the scopes were not that great, but then again, scope technology of the 1960s was nothing like it is today, or so I'm told. In fact, most of the M40 scopes did not survive Vietnam. That's why there just weren't many around. Originals today in actual usable condition are very expensive. So when these were on the market over 10 years ago, people were scrambling to make or find replica scopes. Later, Leupold, who would acquire the Redfield brand name, would make this scope pretty close to original specification. It even says US M40 on it. Put it over there. It's pretty close. It has a few differences and a few updates. For example, it has a more modern mil dot reticle, and the controls are kind of your standard Leupold type turrets, but you know, they do own the Redfield name, and so it does have that green color. And it was paired with a mount, reproduction mount manufactured by Badger Ordnance, which is considered to be a very high quality mount. Now, the original M40 mounts were hand fitted to the receivers. Well, this obviously isn't that extent, but then again, with modern manufacturing tolerances and techniques, it's really not required. TLDR is this scope setup is probably definitely better than what was used back in the 60s. And you basically had to buy these separate if you got a 700 M40. This gun is relatively lightweight. Most all of your weight is in the barrel. The wood stock is very slim. The receiver, as I said, is the short style. Scope is not particularly heavy. And because there's no real recoil pad, it also kicks like a damn mule. But, you know, Marines, they can take it. So in most every way, the more modern M24 is better. But this is definitely more of a classic Vietnam gun. And for anyone who has a Vietnam collection or is a Vietnam reenactor or is just a jarhead, the M40 would definitely be preferred. So, with this in mind, we thought you might enjoy taking a look at this, since there are not very many out there, and this one's in pretty great shape, and it does have its box and coin and everything. If you have any questions or comments, please do post them below. Again, we apologize we weren't able to get out to the long rifle range and put this one through its paces, but hey, you got to see it, right? Any questions or comments, do post them below. And if you could, like, share, and subscribe. And also check out some of our other videos, or even check out our old M24 video and laugh at us. We appreciate it, guys. And we'll catch you very soon. Next time.